visit Joshua, assuming Talia will allow it. How are you feeling?
But not nearly. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body...
And what would you have had me do? It was yet still. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to...
Yeah.
Oh, it was only one man established his dominance that day. I'm sorry, brother. It's just... I have never felt so powerless. And when so many are perhaps the prince feels...
What is this place?
Don't move. Here, it's fresh from the well. Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand, then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there. You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
O Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are you?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look.
The Professor! I'll go and...
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his...
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not...
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness.
I do.
You've seen more of the world these past 5 years than most do in a lifetime. It's a shame.
If we could get ammonia to grow here...
How are you doing? Quick look. Think you can help?
I still say it were a compliment.
Ah, Clive, please tell me you've come to...
I'm not here for Mid.
Then why not ask Molly if you could...
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, and we're going to need a safe place to live.
Preferably one that won't see me.
If it were that easy, do you think very little is known of Ash? We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders, if there is anywhere safe to land.
Then tell us what we will find.
But no split...
All right, but interrupt me. Barnabas Tham, the one they call the last king. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldamark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canvas streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped. And Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore. You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy, but then...
Well said. Thank you, lady.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are...
Probably more Mid. I'll fetch Josh.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Clive, what is it that you wish to learn? I have the details here. Here you are. The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
They said they'd give us new clothes. A lot of them. It's a wonder they can still walk.
I have no reason to assume.
Clive, you must live.
Do you recall when we spoke before on the divinity of Ultima? And what I discovered appears to agree.
You will recall that my quest to uncover Ultima's origin, but while I've always known it to be important, now, however, I believe I know.
Master Clive, have you ever in your travels, I would think not, but there was once a time when the faith flourished. The oldest known religion and hints of its dogma remain embedded in...
Wait, you said it waned on Storm.
Religious monuments are often torn down or rebuilt. If no new faith arose, then perhaps, and so, you see now...
It would appear the past still has, though in this case, it would not have been possible without... To think. I am relieved to discover it.
I shall guard it with my...
Joshua, if you're finished, I need to speak to everyone before we...
Right away.
If it please your grace, might I one day...
Mid said I could
borrow
ride the
the
Enterprise
Chronicles
next.
for a short while?
No, she didn't.
Of course.
She said I could.
You need to ask.
My apologies.
By now you've all heard where we're going and why. If we attempt to approach Stone here by sea, there's a good chance. So instead, we'll disembark on the southwest coast. I say we, but it's highly likely as well as slow our march and require supply. Only Joshua and a scout. Preferably a good one.
You bet you are. Might still borrow some of Lady Vivian's map.
Once you've dropped us off at the Shadow Coast, you need to retreat into neutral waters. Fly merchant colors, and if you sense any danger at all, you leave us behind and...
Inconspicuous is my middle name. But like Ella, my leaving it, the ship ain't going nowhere till you're...
Jill, the Enterprise will appear a tempting target for...
Don't worry. I'll keep the ship. You'll be needing passage home.
But
If there are no questions,
let me know when you leave.
of course. There's something
Not at all, honestly. Just wanted to let you know that I'll keep it.
I'll hold you to.
The stew's awfully thin these days.
So what do I owe the honour? Not saying fortune, do you? Should last you a good while. Not bad, if I do say so myself.
I am certain we will find what we seek in Ash and learn the truth of Ultima's origins.
Reckon it'll be a long walk to the capital if we follow the cliffs. I'll scout ahead, see if I can't find us an inland route.
Clive. There's something I've been meaning to ask. You took her icon, didn't you?
Yes, I did. She understood.
Oh, she understood. Understood that you decided to save the world all on your own, and that you'd die without her power. How dare you make her choose? You knew damn well she'd never refuse you. But I will. You can't keep pushing us away, Clive. The world is ours to save, not yours.
I used my gift because I thought it was the right thing to do.
And you truly believe this will save you? Will save us all?
I do.
Then so be it. Just don't forget, you're not alone.
Think I found us a trail. Did I miss something?
Only that Joshua didn't.
I don't get it.